Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to take a quick break from Ravnica Remastered because the snow in Virginia has delayed my shipment. So we're going to take a look at the Lost Caverns of Ixalan in collector booster box form. In case you're following along, there's the case number. We're just going to go ahead and crack this one open, do the full MTG box analysis, enjoy the ride of what this set has to offer. I would probably argue this has probably been one of the most successful sets of the last probably 12 months. If anyone else has a differing opinion, let me know in the comments. But for today, what we're going to do is crack open these 12 packs, go through the full analysis, see what this box topper has in store for us. And cross our fingers for some extraordinary value. Ridiculous. All right, and we're going to see an uncommon Colossal Hammer. All right, so all that work for not a high value card, but we're hoping maybe there's some value in here. So let's just get to cracking. All right, so this first pack is going to start off with an inverted iceberg. Then we're going to see ourselves the opposite, a Sunfire Torch with a pirate hat. Then we're going to see ourselves a Cosmium Blast with a Sinuous Bethesar, followed by a Mischievous Pup. Then we're going to see ourselves the Capercatti Sunborn with the Showcase Island. And behind that, we're going to see Del Prezito with Shihili, the Sun's Brilliance, Mythic coming in. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves Sentinel of the Nameless City in extended art with an illustrious Wanderglyph coming in from Commander. This is actually going to be a pretty decent hit for us with some value. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves the Borderless Get Lost, a really good card from this set. And our Jurassic card is going to be a Swamp. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Poetic Ingenuity with a Gnome and a Gnome Soldier token. All right, so a fairly okay pack number one. No superstar home runs, no Cavern of Souls, none of the gods, but here we go, pack two. We got ourselves a Seeker of Sunlight, followed by an Adaptive Gem Guard with a staggering size. And then we're going to see ourselves a Poison Dart Frog with a Helping Hand. Then we're going to see a Hermetic Nautilus with a Gold Fury Strider, followed by the Showcase Mountain. And then we're going to see ourselves Borderless Earthshaker Dreadmaw with an Unstoppable Glyph Bridge, followed by a Growing Rites of Iltimok with a Skeleton Crew coming in from Commander. And then behind that, we're going to see Abuelo Ancestral Echo coming in the Showcase treatment, followed by Indominus Rex coming in from the Jurassic World set. Very cool to see that. And then we're going to see ourselves a Cosmium Confluence with a Map and a Vampire Demon token. The tokens don't hold any value, or at least not any significant value that I'm aware of. If there are any tokens of value, I'll put them on the screen now so that way everybody knows. All right, so we're going to start this one off with a Deep Goblin Skull Talker with a Song of Stupefaction, a Malmet Scythe. Then we're going to see ourselves the Hidden Volcano, followed by Shihili's Lattice. Then we've got a Zoetic Glyph with a Bloodhorn Flail. And then we're going to see ourselves the Forest, followed by Zoya, Lava Tongue, and Showcase Foil with a Jadelight Spelunker. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Sunken Citadel with a Redemption Choir coming in from Commander, followed by a Pugnacious Hammerskull in Borderless with a Swooping Petrodon coming in from the Jurassic World series, non-emblem. You'll notice that if we ever find one, there's a big old shiny emblem in the center. And then behind that, we are going to see a foil Mana Crypt. Very cool to see that. This is probably going to be the best card that we're going to see throughout the box. In foil, this is valued at around $200, which almost pays for the box. This is not one of the special neons or anything like that, but wow, that is awesome. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and put that down right there. And then we got ourselves a Treasure and a Fungus. I have pulled one of those before, but this box comes from a different case. So I rolled the dice, went for greater reward with higher risk, and it seems to have worked out for me. So now I have two of those in my collection, both in foil. Still haven't hit any neons, still haven't hit any emblems, so, I guess we can't win them all, but I will certainly take the best non-chase card I can get. All right, so this pack kicks off with an unlucky drop, and then we're going to see ourselves a Child of the Volcano, followed by an Attentive Sunscribe with a Miner's Guidewing, and then we're going to see ourselves Del Prezito, followed by a Malmouth Battle Glyph. Then we're going to see ourselves a Forgotten Monument with a Swamp. Following that, we're going to see the Belligerent Yearling in foil borderless with a Restless Ridgeline from the Land Cycle. And then we're going to see ourselves the Millennium Calendar. Has anyone actually built a deck around this? Let me know. And then behind that, we're going to see Admiral Brass Unsinkable in Showcase from Commander. Following that, we're going to see ourselves another land here. We got the Restless Prairie with Jurassic Plains, and in the back, we're going to see Bringer of the Last Gift with a Jurassic Treasure and a Golem. All right, so let me just spread out our Jurassic cards. So we're at 2 lands and 2 dinosaurs so far. Still can't believe I got another foil Mana Crypt from the special guest slot. That's awesome. All right, so we got Haughty's Final Strike here, followed by a Deathcap Marionette. Then we're going to see in Atali's Favor with a Captivating Cave. Then we're going to see ourselves Might of the Ancestors with a Confounding Riddle. Then we're going to see Nickenzal Current Conductor with a Mountain. And then behind that, we're going to see Ukenbach, The Great Mistake, with Abuelo, Ancestral Echo from the main set in foil. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves the Jadelight Spelunker with a Stormfleet Negotiator from Commander. And then we're going to see ourselves a Starving Revenant. Love the artwork on that, just pops. And then right behind that, we're going to see the Jurassic Island with a Sunken Citadel in foil borderless with a Gnome and a Merfolk. All right, pack number 6, taking us halfway through the box here. That, obviously, the star of the show is the Mana Crypt. Let's see what else we can get to go along with it. We still haven't seen any gods. We haven't seen any roaming thrones. No Caverns of Souls. So still lots of value out there. Hopefully the Mana Crypt doesn't detract from that. So we got ourselves a Tithing Blade with a Ray of Ruin. Then we're going to see ourselves a Brackish Blunder with a Volatile Wanderglyph. Then we've got ourselves Kajani's Dawnrunner with Zoya Lavatung. Then we're going to see the Earthshaker Dreadmaw with an island. Behind that, we're going to see the Thrashing Brontodon in foil borderless with a Cosmium Confluence. And then we're going to see ourselves a Dire Flail, followed by a Ripples of Potential coming in from Commander. And then we're going to see ourselves Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel with a Swooping Petrodon, this time in non-foil. And then our last card is going to be a Threefold Thunderhulk with a Dragon Egg and a Dinosaur. Excuse me, Dinosaur Egg and Dinosaur. I was like, there's no dragon eggs in this set. All right, so that was a really good first half of the box, in my opinion. So let's see. We got a Methetic Draught, followed by an Armored Kincaller. Then we've got ourselves another chance, followed by a Seismic Monstrosaur with a Twists and Turns. Then we're going to see Ixali's Lorekeeper, followed by a Dauntless Dismantler with the Plains. Then we're going to see ourselves a foil borderless Thrashing Brontodon with a Magmatic Galleon. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves the Threefold Thunderhulk with an Order of the Sacred Dusk coming in from Commander with Bloodletter of Aklataz coming in as a Mythic Showcase non-foil. Very cool. And then behind that, we're going to see Welcome to. This is one of the Jurassic Park cards. This is actually a pretty decent hit for us. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Trumpeting Carnosaur with a Treasure and a Fungus. So the Welcome to is almost valued at $20. Of course, that was already on your screen, but I'm just taking a look at my list now. All right, so we have Relic's Roar with an Abrade, followed by a Tectonic Hazard. Then we're going to see Calcium's Stone Tree with a Gargantuan Leech. Then we're going to see ourselves a Market Gnome with an Enterprising Scallywag. And then we're going to see ourselves a Mountain, followed by a Capricati Sunborn with a Sentinel of the Nameless City. And behind that, we're going to see Terrian's Journal coming in, with an Alondo's Hydrophont coming in from Commander, with a Restless Anchorage. That's some nice artwork as well. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Don't Move coming in from Jurassic World. Very cool. With an Initi Sensual of the Sun coming in the showcase with a treasure and a golem. All right. So, surprisingly, we've only seen 3 Jurassic lands. Normally, these are heavily stacked with Jurassic lands, and then the dinosaurs are a little bit harder to find. So, very happy to see that so far. All right, so this one kicks off with a Cogwork Wrestler with a Dinomation. Then we're going to see a Blood Rage Mycoid, followed by a Tinker's Tote. Then we're going to see Canonized in Blood with a Scampering Surveyor, with a Staunch Crewmate, and an island. And then we're going to see ourselves Nickenzal Current Conductor in Showcase, followed by the Enigma Jewel coming in, Mythic from the main set, with a Bedrock Tortoise. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Bygone Marvels from Commander, with a Breaches Eager Pillager. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves Jurassic Forest, with an Intrepid Paleontologist and a Gnome Dinosaur. All right, so that might have been the worst pack of the box. I'm really, really surprised we have not seen any of the O'Hare gods yet. Usually these boxes are good for at least one or a couple of the same one in my experience. So we got a Cartographer's Companion with a Sunshot Militia. Then we're going to see a Nurturing Bristleback with a Fungal Fortitude. And then we're going to see a Careening Minecart with a Cody Scavenger. Then we get a Waterlogged Hulk, followed by the Forest. Then we're going to see ourselves a Rampaging Ceratops with a Warden of the Inner Sky as our main set rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Stalactite Stalker with Admiral Brass Unsinkable coming in from Commander, this time in the extended art. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Contorus Khan coming in from the main set in Borderless. Very cool. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves the Foil Forest from Jurassic Park with a Growing Rights of Iltimok coming in as our extended art with a map and a Skeleton Pirate in the back. All right, 2 packs to go. That Mana Crypt may be all we're going to get in this box, but still, I don't know. I think I'd rather have one $200 card than, 10 $20 cards. So we got ourselves a Mineshaft Spider, followed by a Join the Dead. Then we're going to see an Acrobatic Leap with a Promising Vein. Then we get the Glowcap Lantern with the Deep Cavern Bat, Dreadmaw's Ire with the Plains. Then we're going to see the Sithclaw Raptor, followed by a Deeproot Pilgrimage. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves Matt Lazzani, the Great Door in extended art with an Eye of O'Hare Tack. That may be as close as we're going to get to the gods. That's coming in from Commander. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Throne of the Grim Captain. And our Jurassic card is going to be a Mountain, followed by a Roaming Throne in Borderless extended or Borderless foil. Very nice to see that. Then we get a Vampire and a Bat. So hooray, we got ourselves a Roaming Throne. Oh yeah, final pack of Caverns of Ixalan, and then we'll jump right into the MTG box analysis. All right, so this one is going to kick off with an Oaken Siren with a Plundering Pirate. Then we're going to see ourselves a Screaming Phantom, followed by a Waterwind Scout. Then we're going to see Firstborn of Gashaw with a Digsite Conservator, Master Guide's Mural. Then we're going to see that Swamp, followed by Cutzil Melmet Exemplar. And our main set rare is going to be Abuelo's Awakening, followed by Kitesail Larcenist. Then we're going to see ourselves a Wave Goodbye. And we're going to see ourselves a Whale of the Forgotten coming in. Very nice artwork there. With Ellie and Alan Paleontologists coming in from Jurassic Park non-foil. And our last card is going to be a Mythic. It is another Contorus Khan coming in the other Borderless treatment. There's 2 variants of that card. Then we get a copy and a dinosaur. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, sleeved, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. We saw 108 of the 291 standard frame cards in foil from the main set. We also picked up 4 showcase cards in non-foil and 7 in foil, 10 non-foil and 8 foil borderless, as well as 12 non-foil extended art cards and 6 in foil. From the Commander subset, we saw 13 cards, including our box topper, and we also picked up 1 Jurassic World card in each pack for a total of 12, with half of them being basic lands. And today's box contained 1 foil special guest. Moving into coverage of the main set, in the non-foil space, we saw 24 unique cards from the 101 cards we were eligible to see, giving us 24% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we saw 123 unique cards out of a possible 393, giving us 31% coverage. Before getting into the value of today's collector booster box, let's take a look at the current value of the main set. This chart displays all 392 cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set using non-foil market prices as of January 16, 2023. Currently, the set features 15 cards valued over $10, with 3 sets of cards valued over $15. The Caverns of Souls continues to hold the top spot at $34.97 for the borderless version. The set also contains 6 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 62 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 314 cards are currently valued under $1. A full set of all 392 cards, not including neon ink cards, has a current market value of $473.56. Now let's recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box from the main set. Today we saw 2 main set cards valued over $10 with the borderless Bloodletter of Aclazotz and the borderless Roaming Throne in foil. We also picked up 2 cards in the $5 to $10 range and 17 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 129 cards from the main set that we saw are all currently valued under $1. And now let's take a look at the value of the Commander subset. Currently, there is only 1 extended art card valued over $10, which is the Charismatic Conqueror, which is currently going for $13.36 for the non-foil extended art version. Excluding box toppers, the subset also contains 2 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 17 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other 32 cards are all currently valued under $1. In today's box, we didn't see any cards valued over $10, but we did see the Illustrious Wanderglyph valued at $4.55 and the Ripples in Time valued at $4.60. Our box topper was the borderless foil Colossus Hammer valued at $9.48, and we also saw 3 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 7 cards from the Commander subset are all valued under $1. The Jurassic World collection currently features 23 cards valued over $10, with 19 of these being the extremely rare emblem cards, which have a current range of $103 all the way up to $420. In addition to these lottery cards, there are 4 cards valued over $10, with the most valuable being the Hunting Velociraptor valued at $32.97 in non-foil. The subset also features 6 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 15 cards valued over $1. Currently, only 1 card in the subset is valued less than $1, and that's Henry Wu, the InGen Geneticist, valued at 84 cents. In today's box, we saw 1 card valued over $10, which was the Welcome to Saga, valued at $18.56. We also picked up 3 cards in the $5 to $10 range, with a foil Forest being the most valuable at $7.84. Finally, we saw 8 cards valued between $1 and $5. Excluding neon ink chase cards for a moment, the special guest subset currently features 7 cards valued over $10, and 5 of them are valued over $15, with the Mana Crypt demanding $171.96 for the non-foil, non-neon version. Speaking of the neon versions, here's a current look at the market prices of these cards. Now, the subset also features 3 cards in the $5 to $10 range and 7 cards valued over $1. In today's box, we saw 1 special guest, but it was the most special of them all, the Mana Crypt, valued at $202.55 in foil. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of January 16th is sitting at $230.55. The Lost Caverns of Ixalan collector booster box that we opened contained 12 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing us to see 180 cards plus tokens. The 155 cards and 10 tokens that we saw from the main set have a current market value of $113.84. The 13 cards from the Commander subset, including the box topper, have a total market value of $25.33. The 12 Jurassic World cards and 2 tokens that we saw are valued at $60.04, and our Mana Crypt is valued at $202.55. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $401.76 in card market value, which is a gain of $171.21 over the market price for the box, and means that this box returned 174% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 25 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $344.84, which means that those 25 cards represent 86% of the total box value and returned 50% more than the market price of the box. Before we close out the video, let's compare the 5 collector booster boxes opened so far on the channel. Here's a recap of what we've seen in the 5 boxes. For the most part, the boxes have been very consistent. However, there are variances in the number of cards across primarily the subsets. From a value perspective, here's how the 5 boxes look using the market prices as of January 16th, 2023. Today's box held the least value for the non-foil main set of all of the boxes and was number 4 for the foils. Today's box was also number 4 for the non-foil commander cards, but number 2 for the foils. For the Jurassic World subset, today's box held the most value for the non-foils and came in 3rd for foils. And for special guests, it's hard to beat the previous box with a foil Mana Crypt and 2 other special guests, but finding another foil Mana Crypt is just simply amazing. Here's a look at the total market value of the 5 boxes. When compared to today's market price of $230.55, technically only one of the boxes had less card value than the market price, but the box from November 27th was pretty darn close to a loss. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, as I'll be cracking open my second Ravnica Remastered collector box on Friday and hoping for another serialized hit. Until then, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.